Prayer is one of those things that many of us kind of struggle to engage in. It's, I think, partly because we have a bit of a misunderstanding about the nature of prayer. It's easy for us to think that in praying we're trying to inform God of something, or indeed perhaps even persuade God to do something. And my sense is that actually the opposite is something closer to the truth. In prayer we are engaging with God, and in that process we become aware of something. Something that perhaps we already know in part, but are holding that knowledge away from ourselves for particular reasons. And there's a persuasion that goes on, but often it is the persuasion that the Holy Spirit engages in to help us come to terms with a reality that we have been struggling to accept. And that's not to disempower the person who is praying, it's actually to really deeply empower the person who is praying, because we do much better when we're dealing with reality rather than holding on to hopes of something that is quite detached from reality, or indeed is really just a bit of wish casting on our part. And so if in the process of prayer what happens is you start to see things more clearly for the way that they are, and you come to terms with the realities as they exist, and in that whole process you actually get a sense that you're held by someone who loves you and means good for you, that can actually be an extraordinarily empowering place to be. It's not an easy process though, and I think we struggle with it because there are so many things that we just find hard to come to terms with, right? Hard to allow to be known by us and kind of touch us in meaningful ways. So I commend to you the process of prayer. I think it's a way of being honest to God and honest with yourself. In order to be truly honest, you need to be held in the context of grace and love and acceptance, and the God that I believe in holds us like that. And that means you can discover things that in the harsh world that's always risky to be in, you might be less willing to acknowledge, less willing to engage in. It's just too vulnerable. So as you face end of year exams, I'm sure some of you will be praying, but the prayer won't save you from work you haven't done, but it might help you get to a place where you can do the work that you need to do, and also calm your mind so that you can receive the things that you're learning and put them together in a way that's helpful and makes sense and will be useful to you and useful for your life, not just to pass exams, but to make a contribution to the society, which in the end is what we're really all on about, right? Okay, God bless. I'll be thinking of you as you go into this stage of the year, and I'll see you around the college.